Hi guys, welcome back to Kessie's Cuisine, where we satisfy your food cravings with easy and amazing recipes, guys. So welcome to day 2 of 25 of our jolly Christmas. So as always, we're going to be picking from our jar. I hope and I pray it is something about baking because of the shirt I'm wearing. If it's not something about baking, I'm going to change it. So let's see. From our jar, so I changed it to meat pie because I wanted it to rhyme with the theme of my shirt. So today we are going to be making meat pies. So we are going to be making meat pie, but we are going to make it as a home meat pie. I mean, we are going to make a cake pie, a meat pie that looks like a cake. So that's what we are going to be making today. So come along as always while I show you the recipe. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and I'll see you guys when tomorrow. Bye guys. So guys, let me walk you through the ingredients and the making of this gorgeous, delicious baby girl. So first off, we are going to be using 4 cups of flour, 1 kg of ground beef, 2 large carrots, 2 large potatoes, 1 cup of milk, 250 grams of butter, some sweet pepper and some habanero pepper. I'm going to add in some vanilla extract and then some buttered powdered milk to my flour, and then I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. Now it is time for us to make our dough. I'm going to add in my butter to my flour, and then I am going to make sure I mix it until it comes out as smooth as possible. I actually have a meat pie recipe on my channel. If you want some more details, some more tips, please go up and watch it. I'm also going to add in my cup of milk. Some people like adding eggs to their meat pie, but I'm not really a fan of adding egg to my dough. So if you want to add eggs to your dough, feel free. It is you are the one eating your food, so yeah, make it as palatable as you want it to be. So I mixed up my dough until it is non-sticky to my finger. When I was done with my dough, I went ahead to make my filling. As you can see, I sauteed some onion, added in my 1 kg of ground beef, and then I am going to add some chicken cube all-purpose seasoning. I really like making my filling as simple as possible, but like I said, feel free to play with your herbs, your spices, definitely your choice. I added in my carrot first because carrots are a little bit hard, so they take a little bit longer to cook, and then I added in my sweet pepper and I added in my habaneros, and after that, when the carrot is almost soft, I'm going to add in my potatoes. Now for my dough, because of the pan I am using, this particular mixture could only take the base of the pan, so I had to mix an extra, like everything I use for the first, I have to mix an extra 2 cups of flour with half butter and half of every other thing to get the cover. So this is what you want to layer your flour on top of your pan, and then you want to press it to the side so that it gives it a full sitting, so that your dough is sitting properly. Make sure your base of your pie is not so flat, because remember that is what is going to lift the whole weight of the filling. So make sure your dough is not so flat, and make sure it is not too thick so that it does not have like this too much flour consistency when you're done baking. Because of the method of the pie, because we're going to be cutting through, we want our filling to sit properly when we cut it, so we are going to add a little more flour and water to make sure that our filling is sticking properly when we cut it through. Now I'm going to add my filling to my pan. I don't want my pie to be so full, so I'm going to add a little, not a little, just until I feel it's good, and then I am going to cover it. This is exactly what you want it to look like. You cover it and you make sure it is sitting inside the pan, a little bit inside the pan, and then I am going to use my fork to just secure the edges. And then I tried to draw a Christmas tree on top of my pie. I don't know if it was obvious, but yeah. So I will bake my pie. I baked my pie for about 20 minutes, yeah, and it was on 150 degrees. But like I said, like I always say, it depends on the hotness of your oven. Just regulate to whatever your oven can take you, and make sure to check your pie regularly to make sure it doesn't burn. And then I use my egg wash to rub my pie, because definitely you want a glossy pie at the end of the day. And then I'm just going to pop that into my oven, and then I am going to wait for 20 minutes until it is ready. So after some time, this was like about 10 minutes, and it was not fully ready, but I wanted it to be really brown, and this was what it came out to be. It came out brown skin girl, brown skin pie, come on. And it was time for the big reveal to cut through our pie. You want to make sure that when you cook your pie, you want to make sure that it is cooked through and through, like the base of your pie, the up of your pie. Make sure every single part of your pie is cooked. And for my pie, it was definitely cooked through and through. I was super excited to make this pie. This is not my first time making this pie, but this is the first time I'm making it here on YouTube. So yeah, I am super excited. Make sure that you guys try this fun way to share out your pie this Christmas period. Try something new, try something more creative, and yeah, I will definitely see you tomorrow. Bye guys.